Thank you for coming back to the table. We're talking about love, finding it, keeping it, nurturing it, and not sabotaging it. Dr. Alduan Tartt is a psychologist and the author of The Ring Formula, and his wife, Mecca Tartt, is the founder of a Weekend for Love retreat. Together, these two are on a mission to help folks not just fall in love, but stay in love. And joining the conversation is Joi Fairell and his wife, Joi Fairell. She is a divorce attorney, and get this, contrary to popular belief, they say finances, infidelity, just growing apart, those are not the leading contributors to divorce. So what is it? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the show, because I was like, wait, what?
I know.
So you say that's not it, because that's what everybody,
and that's what everybody
and a whole
says.
lot of divorced folks tend to feel has been the issue.
Of course, those are contributing factors.
Sure.
Right?
But
they're issues, but for what I see,
discovered?
I've been doing divorce for 15 years, and it's really a lack of support for each spouse, and whatever that is. So let's say for wife, who may be a mom, it could be a lack of support in the household with the children, raising the children, managing the household, keeping everything. For the men, they may feel a lack of support in not being supported in their career path or not being appreciated in what they're doing.
Right.
In this day and age, we have women who work too. So you'll oftentimes find women who are holding down the household with the kids, also holding down a job.
Right.
And so then there's this level of resentment and bitterness that starts to build up in the relationship, because as Mecca was saying earlier and Dr. Tartt, the relationship hasn't been prioritized.
And that foundation of a feeling of lack of support can then lead to
turns into resentment.
Other issues.
And so the other issues that come up, of course, money is an issue in many relationships, but I'm not gonna, we have 10x our income since we've been broke.
No.
We've been broke. You say how much I love the candor. I love the candor. And I know she's joking, but that's
I'm serious. I'm so
she
serious.
means that with her whole heart.
I'm not
that's
with
true.
my whole heart. Like, I'm not leaving him because we talking about money issues. We can make money.
Yeah,
like, I'm not
right.
leaving
That's
my marriage
not,
over some money that can be made.
Right.
Money's to be made.
Right.
Sex is to be had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
where's the lie?
Where's the lie?
Zero lies.
So let's talk about the cheating. Okay.
Let's talk about the cheating. I want to bring RJ in to that part.
Oh, hold on. I don't want to come in.
I know you're not a cheater,
Okay,
but I
I
want to
just-
bring you into the conversation.
I just want to be careful. Timing
I did
matters.
not mean, for the record, we are not saying RJ is the cheater. I just like to make sure we bring everybody into the conversation.
Going on over here.
Go
No,
ahead.
but I will say, I grew up small town South Georgia.
Okay.
And as a man, my understanding of what manhood was, I need to make the money.
Yeah.
And when Joi and I first got married, we spent 3 years, it was just us.
Yeah.
That we were just married. But when we had our child, there was a shift. And in my brain, I said, I got to make this money. I was singular, folks. I doubled my income in my first year our daughter was born. But what was so frustrating is Joi was like mad at me. She was not happy.
Did you say that, or did you act it out, or did you say it?
I showed it.
She
We
literally-
were young in marriage, so I didn't. Go ahead and tell them what I did.
No,
I said it,
so
but I said it
I
on
have to say
public
this because
platform.
it was like I had just during that time I doubled my income. I also answered my call to ministry, and I did my initial sermon. That's just your first sermon when you're licensed,
Right? Yes.
And I had my initial sermon, and everybody was very interested to see what my wife was going to say. And she stood up in front of the entire church and said, "I don't know, but I just feel like a single mom."
And that's what you were feeling.
I was.
May I ask?
Upset.
Yeah, you were upset. Did you know that's what you were going to say, or is that just what came out? Was that the relief valve for you?
That's what came out. That is what came out. Because there was like, oh, I know you're so proud. It must be amazing. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But
and what did you think when you heard that?
It was tough, and I think what was difficult. I had an understanding. I had expectations, and the dynamic of our daughter coming in shifted things, and I had to make a decision to be flexible. And
these shifts are so critical to recognize, right? Perhaps in a very public way or sometimes in a private way. It's going to come out that there's the feeling of inadequacy, inadequate support, right?
Well, you're talking about a power couple here.
Yeah.
Right? This is not our dads and grandparents' relationship. Both people are dual income, providers, and then they're multiple business owners, right? So in addition to your career, you own these other businesses, all right? And so you're with me in the bed, but are you with me in my mind, and heart? Are we really traversing life together?
Right.
And are we spending the time? The currency of marriage is time. We can have all this other stuff, but if we're not getting time, we have to be on the same page with all this stuff. We're going to have some resentment.
I love that.
Absolutely.
But the devil always going to try to come in
For sure.
and break up
Absolutely.
a
There's
power
always
couple,
going to be
right?
a test.
Right.
I'm
sure.
curious, what was the immediate shift for the two of you after that declaration of feeling like a single mom?
Why you look at me
Well,
this
because you
way?
had to make the shift.
I made
And
a
I'm not
shift.
picking anymore.
No, listen. I had to make a shift. I had to make some real adjustments, and the big thing was I had to get a better perspective about who Joy and I were going to be together.
Yeah.
My perspective was very much like I was about to make all this money. Maybe in the back of my mind, I thought my wife would be like the Flintstones and Pebbles. Like I would be making all the money, she would just be at the house. I don't know, but
But you had never expressed
lied.
it.
We had never.
That is not even me.
It's
That is-
not her, but
Yeah.
I think when I had that child, something in me just thought, okay, this is what I'm going
She
to
might
do.
change. How much? Listen, we're going to take a break right now, but when we come back, we're going to play a fun game, but I kind of want to touch on that. What you think, what your expectations are versus the reality
Yeah.
of who you're married to and how that changes. Can we go there?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We'll be
Let's do
right
it.
back.